All right, we are here in Shenzhen, and can you please introduce yourself?
All right, my name is Tony, and I'm the founder and CEO of yimian Networks.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit about the product and company?
Right, actually we started like 3 years ago in 2014. We are a business-facing company. We provide AI-powered solutions to consumer product companies, for example, FMCG and fashion brands, sportswear companies, and automotive manufacturers. Actually, the thing that we want to do is to use massive data and machine intelligence to redefine the way how people do market research, do fashion trend prediction, and consumer insight analysis. So this is why we want to do them in a more real-time manner with much larger scale of data and in a more efficient way.
So before this technology existed, what was that landscape like?
Well, actually, people are doing questionnaires and focus group and sample data from the online reviews, but
That's so slow, yeah.
Yeah, that's very biased data sets, and they cannot do it like real time. If you do like once in the 3 months, that's very you already missed the chance to capture what's really happening on the market at the moment.
Yeah, and you think about something like fashion trends that move so quickly.
Right.
So like you need to be constantly updating that data, and yeah, that's fantastic. And how big is your team?
Well, we started with less than 10 people 3 years ago, and now we have more than 40 engineers on our team now. There are actually two types of people. The first type is the programmers, system engineers, and AI developers who are in charge of building these very fundamental infrastructures that we use to collect the data, to clean the data, and to train them. And the other very important group of people are the data scientists or data analysts. So they actually bridge our technology with the actual market needs. So they build analytic models, they build trend indicators, they generate insights so that they can help our clients to use the data in various business scenarios. For example, market research, supply chain optimization, marketing optimization, operational excellence, and consumer management, and things like that.
Oh, can we see what this looks like?
Cool, of course. All right, so actually this is how our platform looks like. Although it's very simple with these charts and bar charts. Actually, behind this, there are billions of user reviews we capture from e-commerce websites, from social networks, and from the vertical forums. So we actually process them using these natural language processing techniques. We can actually let the machines understand what people are talking about when they talk about a brand's products. For example, we actually split these topics into price satisfaction, fitness, skincare, leakage, logistics speed, and things like that. Actually, if you click on a bubble, you can drill down to see what's really happening here. On the bottom, these come from the real-time user reviews on the e-commerce. There are over 1 million user reviews generated each day. So using our platform, you can actually see what's really happening for your brands, from your competitors' brands, and to make the right decisions in a data-driven way.
Oh. This is based off what people are saying, not just a star-based rating system.
Yes, it's actually, we were not using the star rating system because in China, there is a peer pressure, when you post comments on the e-commerce website, you are actually forced to give 5 stars. Or otherwise.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, of course. The seller will put pressure on you to say, give you some harassment emails or phone calls. So hey, why you give a 1 star? That's not fair, right? So people, although they give a 5 star, they can still complain about the product in their comments in the text format. So that's why it's really important to actually go through each line of the real comments or reviews to see what people are really talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. If I think about looking at a review site, I always just skip the 1-star reviews. It doesn't tell you anything, right? It's always
Right.
very angry people.
Exactly.
But the comments, you get so much more context as to how they test the product out, what they really like or dislike about something, and you guys are processing that in real time, which is really cool to see.
Right.
Excellent. And can you talk a little bit about the kind of the architecture, how you process this data?
Well, at the very beginning, we used these open source solutions for data warehousing. For example, we started with Hive, and then we find out Hive is not very fast enough to the real-time applications, and then we pivot to use Impala. And then actually there's just endless maintenance hazard, and then we just bring a lot of attention to deal with optimizations, maintenance, and daily operations on this technology stack. And then we migrate to AWS services. We use S3 as our fundamental data storage, and then we pipeline them into Redshift, which is our major query engine to analyze the data, to extract them, to do further modeling, natural language processing on top of the Redshift. And then these really freed us. This is the time that really freed our engineers from this tedious day-to-day maintenance of our technology stack, so that they can focus on the more important issues, for example, the core value that we provide for our clients. All right.
And then what about expanding out from where you are today globally?
That's one very interesting I want to point out, that without AWS, like, it's really hard to imagine 5 years ago how a Chinese vendor can provide services or products globally, but now it's not the same. For example, we serve a lot of these multinational brands, and then we use AWS Beijing to process the data here in the Greater China region. So for those brands, it's quite intuitive to just copy everything, the fundamental methodology, the technology, to the other regions of their business. So AWS actually give us a chance to fast migrate or fast deploy our solution, our data platform, in the other regions, say in India, in UK, and the United States. I don't even need to write a single extra line of code. So that's very impressive.
Cool. Yeah, you just say deploy a new region over here, and you already have it in infrastructure as code, so it'll stand up out of one of the 16 regions available.
Exactly. It's all based on S3, EC2, Redshift, so it's available in India, in Europe, in US, everywhere in the world.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us and show this. Very, very, very cool products.
Thank you, Mackenzie.